Hi guys, this is Miss Z back at you guys with another video. I was actually gonna do one video this week, but was reminded that this is Black Breastfeeding Awareness Week, and I wanted to make a video for it. So let's jump into this. So when you talk about Black Breastfeeding Awareness Week, um, a lot of people will ask me, so why does it have to be Black Breastfeeding Awareness Week? There is no other breastfeeding awareness week, and that's because there's a lot of disparities in the African American community about breastfeeding. Um, I know my story when I decided to breastfeed. I got dirty looks from family, from friends. Family, was like, that's white people stuff. We don't do that. And what do you mean? This is what you're going to do? And I'm like, because this is what I'm going to do. I want to breastfeed and I want to give my baby the best. And I did have had a nurse home visitor for a first time parenting program called Nurse Family Partnership. Don't know if you guys have heard it. If not, get into it. See if it's in your city or in your state. Um, and they're also now opening up to other moms that's not first time parents. They're doing a little trial run in Florida, so let's see how that works. But it was an amazing program, and they taught me so much. I knew a little bit about breastfeeding, did not know much. I only saw one person breastfeed in my life. That was my Aunt Michelle, and it was a lot of negativity around her breastfeeding. Um, the length of time that she breastfed, how her kids had easy access to her breasts and stuff like that. And there was a lot of negativity when I was younger around her breastfeeding. And I worked in childcare. And I think there was maybe like one or two parents that I knew that did breast milk, but for the most part, it was formula. Formula was all around me, but when I had my son, I just kind of like knew I wanted to give him everything because I was not supposed to be able to be pregnant. I was told that for years. Had given up being, wanting to become a mom. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I want to do everything. If I would have known at 34, now 35, I would be getting ready to give birth again. I still would have did the same way because I don't have any regrets. Um, but there was not a lot of avenues that I could go to for information in my community. There was my first time parenting program, there was WIC, and that was it. I didn't know any friends that had breastfed. I didn't know anyone that could really give me any information. That was not posted around my neighborhood. But if you go into other affluent areas, it was plastered everywhere. Breastfeeding, breast is best. It wasn't in the hospitals like that around me, but in the other neighborhoods it was. So, you know, with me doing, with me breastfeeding my son, I kind of got into more of an advocacy role for breastfeeding and kind of was with my first time parenting program, just like rah rah everything breastfeeding, yeah. Um, and also about the program as well because that program was just like so amazing for me. And by the way, that program sticks with you until your baby is two. Love that program, Nursery Partnership. Um, so when I decided to be a very big advocate for breastfeeding, it was just because, in all honesty, it was so much negativity about my breastfeeding when I had to travel by bus to WIC appointments, to doctor's appointments, and I had to feed my son I would get so many dirty looks, or when we're in the grocery store and he's hungry and it's just me and him, so, or me, him, and my husband, and I had to, babe, I need to stop and feed for a minute. Maybe he drunk all the bottles that was pumped, or maybe I didn't pump that moment because I didn't think that we were going to be gone for that long. At one point, I didn't have a pump. So, it was just, I need to nurse him. In other cultures, it's not looked at weird. But in African American culture, you get side eyed, you get talked about, you get sexualized, and it's demeaning, and it can be very depressing to you. And if you're not strong and strong willed, then you can fold. I know I had family that just was like, when are you going to get the boob out of his mouth? And, yada, yada, yada. And it was kind of disparaging because it's coming from my family, but I knew what I wanted to give my son. And I knew that my son had a better chance at a better quality of life if I did what I wanted to do for him. So I stuck with it. But being an advocate for breastfeeding did not come easy for me because, I'm getting looked at like, you breastfed. Not only am I black, but I'm very heavy chested. Don't know if you could tell. Very heavy chested. Um, and they're like, you can't breastfeed like that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Um, and yeah, you can. You can breastfeed. You can breastfeed with heavy chest. And I kind of got asked all kind of questions. Well, how did you breastfeed and your boobs are so big? And how did you keep going? And why? And what made you do this? And that's not even natural coming from people that I love. Um, and my advocacy in breastfeeding also led me to have an amazing job at my local Northeast Florida Healthy Start Coalition. And it was an amazing opportunity for me on a grant. It was looking for a parent for breastfeeding. And I had breastfed for a year and a few months, give or take. Um, and I was just really like hyped. Like I get paid to talk about breastfeeding. Something that within this last few years I have found to be everything for me. Okay, great. Breast money, sign me up. I took a few classes to get trained as a peer breastfeeding counselor. That job was amazing. I love them, all of them. It took me so far. It taught me so much about the racial disparities in African American culture, about how normal it should be, and it's not. I learned about so many more benefits of breastfeeding. Listen, I started breastfeeding groups in my community, and one of the young ladies, I love her to pieces to this day, but she was not there for the group, like for real. It was in another community aspect, so she was kind of there, like, yeah, I go back there and I go listen to her talk about breastfeeding, but I'm really just here because y'all said it was a chance to win a gift card, so that's what I'm here for. She was not. She was not here for it. She was like, I thought that she was turning a blind ear to me, like, and I just kind of almost felt defeated because I'm trying to give you this knowledge and really not listening. And but she had a premature baby, and everything that I told this young lady, she remembered. I need to pump. I need to give my baby this. She started hand expressing because the hospital didn't have a pump to that she can be on at that point in time. And she's like, Miss Denise said that this is medicine and da 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 da. Like she, everything that I had ever said in this group, she remembered. And it made me so happy because the one person who I thought was not paying attention, the one person who I thought, yeah, I'm not reaching her. She's not going to do it. She did. And she did amazing. I had a lot of other young ladies that did amazing job and just made breastfeeding normal in our community again. Like just I don't care where I am. I'm gonna breastfeed my baby. I could be on a bus. I could be outside. I'm gonna do this, and they made it normal again. And it's such a great feeling to know that you had a hand in that. And for me, it means everything to me because just that small group of women I touched, and they, you know, their children became healthier. They're smart. They're intelligent. You know, and listen, I'm not saying that all that is contributed by breast milk, but it plays a hand in it because I know I have a little mini genius on my hand, and he's 9. Um, but it's amazing that we're making it normal again in our community, and you're not ashamed to do what needs to be done to feed your baby. You're not ashamed to say, this is my body, it's my choice to do what I want to do, and I'm going to give my baby the best shot at life that I possibly can. And that means giving my baby everything that I can possibly give to them. So, with that, I will lead you with black girls breastfeed, black women breastfeed. We love it. It is not socially awkward. We should not be looked down upon because we choose to breastfeed our children because it is natural and our body produces milk for a reason. So, I love you guys. Please stay strong. Please continue your breastfeeding journeys and come back and come see me because we have a little jelly bean on the way in about 4 or 5 weeks, and she'll be here so soon, and you guys will be able to see me breastfeed up close and personal. Later.